Well, the short answer to why house prices keep going up is supply.
Hey YouTube, it's Zach. We have a serious housing supply issue in Canada. I'm going to look at why this is happening. Is it going to get resolved anytime soon? And how you can take advantage of this market to get rich. The Prime Minister made a joke a little while ago saying that housing is not a federal focus.
Housing isn't a primary federal responsibility.
Thank you, Justin. Should have mentioned it a little earlier. Before the elections, Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation predicts we will have a shortage of 3.5 million homes by the year 2030. The game of musical chair continues. This means even if we continue building at the high rate we're anticipating to build in the next few years, home prices are going to continue to go up, it looks like, and we will still end up having a shortage. The government is clueless on how to fix this problem. The housing minister, Sean Fraser, for example, said, talking about his plan, our goal is not to decrease the value of their home. This is talking about people who currently own their home. Our goal is to build more units that are at the price that other people who don't currently have their needs met can afford. What are they going to do? Am I missing anything? If you're enjoying this video so far, destroy the like button, it will help out the channel. Why do we have this incredible housing shortage? Canada has one of the slowest permitting processes in the world when it comes to pre-construction. A report by the Canadian Home Builders Association shows that in the city of Toronto, the average time it took for an application to reach the approval stage was amongst the slowest in all municipalities at about 32 months. This is longer than 2020, which at that point it was 21 months. Things are getting worse. Outside of Toronto, Canada in general is no better. We are 3 times slower than the US. That's 168 days slower. In fact, Canada ranks 34th out of 35 OECD countries in the length of time it takes to get a general construction project approved. We are definitely doing better than the Slovak Republic. Obviously, the Slovak Republic does not have 500,000 immigrants moving in every 10 minutes, so I'm going to say they don't have an insane housing crisis. The approval process in Canada is so slow, it might be a good idea for you to start buying real estate for your kids. I know you don't have kids yet, and you don't even have a girlfriend, but at this rate, better be safe than sorry. Invest in your kids' future. I can see why my leaving Canada video was super popular. I'll put a link to that at the very end for you guys to watch. The second reason why we have a terrible housing supply, taxes. As a liberal, I love taxes. I love paying them. I love looking at them. I'm huge on taxes. If there was a game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and taxes, I would bet my money on taxes. I want the government to figure out a way to charge GST on GST if possible. This will guarantee things will get so much more expensive, and as a homeowner, I love seeing my property value go up. To all homeowners out there, vote Liberal please. In fact, NDP might be even better. A report done by the Canadian Centre of Economic Analysis shows that in Ontario, the tax burden on new housing is 31% of the purchase price. The government is the largest beneficiary of a new home's construction. That's 3 times more than the residential construction builders and the housing material suppliers. The people who are actually building the building make less money than the government who what does the government do again? The federal government is the largest beneficiary with a share of 39% of the total taxes collected, and they only contribute 7.1% of the public infrastructure investment required in Ontario based on this report. So the next time you're super upset about some greedy pre-construction developer or small mom and pop landlords, remember, they are the true heroes. Without them, our housing supply would disappear. But Zach, why don't we build more purpose-built rentals? Wouldn't that bring rents down and in turn make housing more affordable? That is a fantastic suggestion. In a letter/report by my favorite economist, Benjamin Tal from CIBC, shows a developer who's enjoying being taxed in the most creative ways possible by the government will make around 12.5% average profit margin if they build a luxury master planned condo complex. The same developer, however, will see a loss of 20% if they choose to proceed with the rental project. So if the builder builds a rental apartment apartment building, the governments, municipal, provincial, and the federal, will make 31% profit and the builder will lose 20%. I mean, my math is not that good, but even in a communist country, I don't think that would be something. If there are any volunteers out there who are looking to lose 20% and build an entire building, if you ask me, we should incentivize builders to build purpose-built rentals by taxing them even more. I know that makes no sense, but you need to ask Jagmeet, Canada's top tax guru. I think he'll figure it out for us. And this brings us to one proposed solution in the CIBC report. Benjamin Talbot is urging the government to, and I quote, waive or defer the HST on purpose-built rentals. And they did. Big W. Justin announces he's going to remove GST on purpose-built rentals. It's like he's trying to ruin it before the next guy comes in. He didn't do this entire time. It seems like it's a good idea right now. Somehow housing became a federal priority before the elections. Just now. Like anything the government does, this is probably going to backfire. In a few short years, big institutions will own more of the real estate in the country. I have a feeling I'm going to make a video on this as well, looking into the topic. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, you're probably going to miss out on that video and YouTube is not going to show you my face again. So subscribe. I'm sure Olivia Chow got excited when she heard this news. Once there's a little bit more room to tax the builders, I'm sure she'll be very happy to tax them instead of the federal government, because City of Toronto is...
We're quite broke.
I'm a big fan of Doug Ford's conservative plans on controlling the housing supply from the demand side. If there's one politician who's doing it correctly, it's Doug. It's only 11,000 Ontarians. But if we keep it going like this, the population will slowly become more manageable. Think about it. 11,000 this year, maybe 20,000 next year. By the year 2030, if we can get rid of 1 or 2 million Ontarians due to deficiencies in healthcare, we can guarantee affordable housing without even having to build any homes. So what should you do about this? This is not financial advice, just saying. I'm not a financial planner or an investment advisor or anything. I'm just a regular successful Toronto real estate agent. Sorry. If I'm you sitting on some cash right now, I'll probably pick up a pre-construction unit from a building that's reasonably priced, maybe something like the Canopy Towers in Mississauga. For example, that project will be ready by 2028. Since new pre-construction starts are dropping and less projects launching because of the economic environment, you're gonna have less competition basically. If that's not something you can or want to do, I would say maybe look into some REITs, real estate investment trusts, something like Smart Center REIT or the Canadian Apartment Properties. Since these guys are now going to be able to maybe build more purpose-built rentals, I would keep an eye on those. This is the video I mentioned earlier. I think you'll like it as much as you like this one. If you want to watch it, click. And for the rest of you, good luck.